What's up guys, Austin back with another video. Now rowing, is it hurting your back? For a lot of people, it is hurting their back, but there's a lot of reasons why rowing might be hurting your back. And so today, instead of just answering kind of the same questions I get all the time about back pain, let's just address them right here, right now. All the different reasons that your back might be hurting from using the rowing machine. Now, the most common back pain people get is actually a back injury in your lower back, and that has to do with how you're sitting while you row. You see, rowing uses a lot of muscle groups, but it's a very dynamic motion, and how you're positioned on the rowing seat is crucial to your survival on the machine. And by survival, I mean keeping yourself injury-free in your lower back. So when you're sitting on the rowing machine, guys, you can't just plop down and expect to be okay. You have to position yourself forward on your sit bones. I call it sitting on your junk. I've referenced it in a few different videos, but this is essential to keep your lower back healthy, because if you have your butt or your hips tucked underneath you while you're rowing, well, as you come up to the catch or the start of the rowing stroke, as you reach forward, your lower back is just sort of C-curved underneath you. And by doing that repetitive motion over and over again, constantly stretching that lower back past kind of how it's supposed to stretch, you're gonna hurt yourself. So start sitting on your junk, and it's gonna make a huge improvement in your lower back health as you row on the weeks, months, and years to come. Now, another back issue that a lot of people have, maybe it's not as common as the lower back pain, but it's this pain or this irritation sort of in between your shoulder blades while you're rowing. Now, when a lot of people row, a lot of people carry a lot of tension in the upper body as you row in and out with the handle. And keeping tension up here is not good. We want to relax our shoulders down. We want to relax our neck, relaxing the top portion of our upper body as we row. And so with a lot of this shrugging that's involved, one thing that can also happen is when you're rowing, instead of just bringing the handle in, using your back muscles to pull the handle in, we could be over retracting our shoulder blades by squeezing them together like this. Notice that tension. Instead of pulling in like this, sort of squeezing back like this, trying to really squeeze your shoulder blades together, that's not contributing a whole lot extra to your rowing stroke power. Most of the power you're going to get from your rowing anyway is going to be from your legs and your hips swing backwards. And so by sort of shrugging and really pulling your shoulder blades back, that's going to irritate your shoulders if you're taking hundreds or thousands of rowing strokes. So you need to relax. Relax the tension up here. Bring the shoulders down, and as you pull in the handle right below your sternum, we're looking to feel the engagement in our lat muscles, but you should feel that as the handle pulls in without having to constantly bring your shoulders back even more. Just focus on the handle gliding in like this instead of sort of brute forcing it in like that. So those are two kind of the most common back pains that people get when they row. But what if you finish your rowing session, you're new to the rowing machine, you finish, and you go to sleep, you wake up the next morning, and you feel some slight soreness or stiffness in your lower back. What is that? Well, that, my friends, is a very good thing, because your lower back is involved in the rowing stroke, and if you're sitting right and you're performing the rowing stroke the correct way, those muscles are being used in probably a way that you've never used them before. So just like any muscle group, when you work it out and you make it do an exercise it's not used to, you're gonna feel some soreness, and that is totally cool. Cool as in you're doing things right. Not cool as in like, muscle soreness never really feels that good. But one thing you can do to help keep your lower back healthy and maybe help stretch it out a little bit is work on a seated hamstring stretch. This is my absolute favorite exercise to help not only, stretch out your hamstrings for things like running and all the sitting and stuff that we do, but it also is a great way to relieve tension off of your lower back as well. And I find it absolutely essential to do if you're planning on rowing long term. So if your lower back is a little stiff, a little sore when you first start rowing, totally cool. It means you're doing things right. You're not injuring yourself. You're using the muscle groups the way they were supposed to be used. So hopefully that addresses the series of different back pains that you might associate with the rowing machine. Does having back pain mean you have to stop rowing? No, it just means you need to fix your rowing and do it correctly. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to learn about all things rowing. Check back in some previous videos as well to really help fine-tune and hone in your perfect rowing form. And remember guys, I've got a brand new ebook out, Row Your Fat Off. This is a complete guide on how to use the rowing machine properly to keep you safe, but also give you a Kickstarter workout program towards your fat loss goals, perfect for anyone who's just got a rowing machine and is looking for a good place to start. You can find that down linked in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. You guys rock, and I will see you in the next video.